All right, so using your self-portrait silhouette, you are going to add typography. So some ideas of what this will end up looking like. Something like this. Notice that they faded the color in, as well as played around with fonts and sizes. Same with this one, they went with all black, but they used some different fonts. You can actually see where his eyebrows were, where his ear is. You have something like this as well, okay? Now, it can be something this simple to where it's just the straight going across at different sizes. It can be something like this, but I will show you the steps that you're gonna take to start this. So you're going to actually open your self-portrait silhouette. And if that was something that you did at home or at school and you're doing it at the opposite place today, you can always go to Schoology, I believe, and download your image that you uploaded. It would be a JPEG. So you would have to come in here and you would have to get your eraser and you would have to erase your name. But for those of you that can just open it, you can click on your name layer and hit backspace and it will delete it. And then the head layer, we are actually going to come in here, and if I 2-finger tap on the layer, on the head layer, I can take this transparency down. So we're going to take it down to a gray color. Now, obviously, you're only going to be using your text tool today, and you're going to be manipulating a lot of text. I wish that Pixlr was more similar to Photoshop in the text area, because then you could bend and curve text. But Pixlr does not have that type of a feature. So you're going to do add text. And again, you're going to have to do a color. You absolutely cannot do white. So you've got to pick some colors. I don't care if you do it all black. And you're going to use your name. So you can do your first name. You can do your last name. You can do both. And you do not want it to be very big, because then it's going to be harder to fit it into areas of your face. So we're going to take this, you can turn it, and I'm actually going to just start right about here. And it might be easier for you to zoom in and see where you're at. And again, I'm going to fit that right there. Okay, then I'm going to get my text tool again, add text. Now what it does is it throws it in the same color and the same size, same font, everything. So let's say that you're going to stick with red, but maybe this time you're going to go with a different font. And that actually works out really well for me, because now I'm going to take this, get my arrow tool. You have to have your arrow tool to move your text. And I'm going to bend it this way. Okay, then I would simply take text, and again, if you do more of your first name instead of your first and last, it's up to you on how you want to do it. And then I'm going to follow, so you're simply just outlining your head first. That is what's going to give you that clear, crisp, oh, that's the nose, oh, that's the top lip and the bottom lip and the chin. Okay, that's what's going to allow us to tell what is the front of your face from the back of your face, is if you simply line it all first. Then you can come in here with some filler text and you can fill in going diagonal or straight across. But I will tell you, your text, so this text right here, was size 29. You should not go over size 40. Now, if you want like maybe your name in the middle that's fairly large, I would maybe let you go up to 60. But that would be it. Maybe 2 pieces of text that are 60, and that's it. It should not look like you are just throwing it together to fill up the space. It needs to be creative. You need to think artistically, what is going to look good? This looks good because they played around with the color as well as the different sizes and text. Notice the word idea is right here, right at the front of his brain. And that bright shining light is right here. So it's almost like there's a light shining there, and the farther you get from it, the darker it gets. All right. And then here, like I said, they played around with the words. So that way you can see features of his face, like his ear and his nose and his upper lip. Okay, his chin. Same with this one. So play around with it and don't just throw it together and make it look like you've literally thrown words on a page to form a blob. All right, this is going to take some time. You will have, I will be giving 1, possibly 2 full class periods to work on this only. Okay, the more time you put into it, the cooler it is going to look. I can assure you that. All right, let me know if you have any questions.